Hey there, hello, how are you doing? So glad to have you here, definitely. So today I am continuing through my solo albums and I'm up to 1978 with Paul McCartney and Wings' Greatest, which was released in November of 78. Yeah, what a great album this is because it's kind of a first compilation to kind of come about. So this is kind of a neat one to have. So let's just dive into a little bit of the background of this, not too much, because I want to show some stuff that might be kind of fun for you to see. I've got my poster behind me for fun, and there's a little fan club flyer behind it as well, right by Linda underneath her, if you're looking at it and wondering what that all is. This photography was shot in the Swiss Alps, and the item that is used for it was something that Linda found in an antique shop. So this was a statue that they have. And this is the picture that I'm showing you from the Swiss Alps that was taken. And this is my American first copy. I remember buying this when it came out. So for me in 78, yeah, it's the American copy, okay, but it's got a little bit of sentimental value to me. And then we got the song listings on the back here, which were kind of interesting to have, that's for sure. Yeah, these were kind of great at the time. I mean, at the time, this was kind of the compilation album to have that came out. And in 78, this was kind of Wings' Greatest. So I'm going to go through a few things and show you some different things to have you just kind of think outside the box. Instead of just thinking, okay, well, I've got this on CD or I've got this on vinyl. I'm going to show you a few different variations and some other oddities of this. But this is the inside sleeve for the American one, which I just showed you. And this is the vinyl. So there we go. There's the vinyl on that. Kind of neat. Glad to have that. But like I said, it was kind of a sentimental, kind of fun one to have. So that was kind of neat. And for me, the record company is where I got this when I used to live in Indianapolis, Indiana. That was many years ago. But this was actually used in England. They had TV commercials for this Wings' Greatest, and I've got the commercial from the UK, and some of you that are my English viewers may even know the commercial I'm talking about. Maybe you have that yourself. Next up is my American CD one. This is kind of nice to have, just the American CD, and it's got the picture there. I didn't show the poster. I know you're probably wondering, well, you just showed the Paul McCartney album. There's my poster in the background. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. So, but that is my American CD that I wanted to show you. And then just for fun, how many of you kept these? This is still in the original shrink wrap. This is the long box to the Paul McCartney Wings' Greatest. Really neat. Like I said, still in its long box. There it is, still in the shrink and everything. That's just really kind of cool to have. And these are actually getting to be kind of collectible now. So I'm sure you probably may have gotten these and then pitched them. That's why they're getting to be collectible, because everybody pitched them. Shame on you. Shame. Yeah, so then this is also, well, a little bit of a reach, but this is an American one as well. I'm just going to throw this in because I have nowhere else to put this in my category. I've already done London Town, and this is kind of a Wings compilation as well. And still in the original shrink wrap, and still got the price ticker on there. I didn't pay that for it. I wish I did, that's for sure. But this is on Pickwick. And here's the sleeve for it. And then here is the actual record, which Pickwick, I was amazed that he even had this of Paul McCartney. It's a little rare. But the Pickwick are very horrible sounding albums. They just really are not that good. So not too exciting to have. Definitely. So then the next one up is still in the original shrink wrap. Very nice. So this is also an American copy, but this is in a shrink wrap because it still has the hype sticker. So that's kind of neat and fun and rare. Lots of times you just see them kind of terrorized and ripped through. Then this is the record itself. There's the record, and you may hear some Beatles music in the background. It's just kind of a little bit of a background music to play, and it's kind of demos and stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, Linda found this statue in an antique shop, and they kind of kept this, and I've often wondered where this statue is today. I really don't know. Would be interesting. This was a two-sided poster. So when this came out, this was originally a two-sided poster, and this was the other side. And then the picture behind you is the one I showed you, with Paul and Linda and Denny Lane. And also Jimmy was supposed to be in it, Jimmy McCulloch and Joe English, but they'd left the band. They were out of the band, so they were airbrushed out of the photo. There you go, kind of something, huh? So yeah, that's my American pressing. Set that down there. This is very fragile, very neat, but this is from 1978. This is the Christmas issue of the Paul McCartney Club Sandwich, which was a fantastic publication. And hopefully I can do this without wrecking it. And I've kept these in very good shape, but you know, being the age and all that they do get old, and they do. But here is, in the magazine, a full page of the Paul McCartney Wings Greatest Album, which is really pretty neat to have that. So kind of a full page ad. And then, bear with me, I've got one more photo to show you. If I can do it. You just never know how these videos are going to come out. Never know. Like I said, this was taken in the Swiss Alps. This is the middle photo of them. And here is another picture of them doing the photo and getting ready for the photo session and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, here's the full page thing. So very nice. And that was in the magazine. That was the centerfold almost. Ooh. So yes, the fan club magazines were fantastic, and they still are. I've collected them, and I remember being in the club itself, and I collected them and really enjoyed having them. But anyway, that was the Christmas issue from 78. Kind of had a little bit of a difficulty putting together this video because I really had a tough time. This is not one of my favorite albums. I don't pull this album out hardly at all. So this album is kind of, to be totally honest with you, it's not really up there. I mean, we certainly have got better compilations. We've got better albums that are greatest hits. But for 1978, that's what we had at the time. Next up is another CD of greatest, and this is from Japan. Very nice. I was looking at this, and when I saw this, I thought this was actually a UK pressing when I bought it. And I was almost sure that that's what that was, but it's not. It's a Japanese pressing. Then this falls in the category of being with my Paul McCartney and fan club kind of thing, and I'm not sure where this falls in category-wise, so I'm just going to show you this for fun. But this is a Wings promotional poster that came with the fan club, and this is actually very, very rare and very desirable. Mine is absolutely in stone mint condition. It's actually just fantastic. So, and I hope to keep it in that way too. So, all right, next up is a very rare copy on vinyl, and this is from Mexico. Very cool. Actually, quite nice, quite rare. It's got a little bit of a Mexican, well, I don't know if it's Spanish logo, yeah, right, written down below there. And then some stuff up top here that kind of shows up now and then. And there's a catalog saying, or there's a thing up here, catalog number and stereo and all that. But anyway, very cool. Actually, very hard to get, being that it's Mexico. So this is the insert also. When you're out buying this album, make sure you get the insert. Lots of people will buy it just to buy it. And that's good that you buy it and all that, but make sure you get the inserts, because people get home and they're like, oh man, I had no idea. So Beatle Brad's just trying to help you out and let you know that there is a insert to go with that. And here is the poster from Mexico, and it's basically just the same thing that we're looking at behind me, with the poster here, and then this poster here as well. I like this picture a lot. I think it's great. I'm really glad to have the Denny Lane and Linda and Paul. Personally, just my opinion, I kind of wish it was in color. Just because the other side's in color. But that's just me. Just kind of saying that I kind of would have liked to have had it in color. So, and then next up, if you, those of you that are following along, if you can guess what it is, yeah, you're correct. It's the vinyl. So here's the record. I know some of these I'm showing on side 1 first or side 2 first. I'm kind of doing that just to see if you're paying attention. Yeah, so that's from Mexico. Very nice. And then next up is this from the fan club also. This is a Beatles kind of, God, I know I keep saying Beatles because I'm playing in the background here. But this is from the fan club from Paul McCartney. And this is a little flyer that comes out, and it shows many different groups of the albums, of groupings of them. Very nice. But another reason I'm showing you is because Greatest Hits is on the bottom there. And you'll probably see that again because I still have Back to the Egg and McCartney 2 to show you too. So for those of you paying attention, you might see this again. So nice. All right, now we jump up to 2018, and this is from Germany. And I've kept this sealed, but this is when they did the albums in color, and they did the different variations. And this one's in blue, which is very nice. Glad to get that. And it's the same thing. And I really don't know what the sound quality or anything, because I kept it sealed. But here's the bizarre part of this. Like I said, you know, you can take a look. I haven't opened it. It's still sealed. But when I bought this, the poster was on the outside. I'm not going to open it up because I've showed it to you many times. Just going to do this with the flyer. But yeah, here you go. There's the poster. And I think it's got a marking in here, but it's the poster from 2018. So I think that's really odd that the poster was separate. All right, next up is this copy, which is another CD version. And this one is completely different. This is a Japanese pressing as well of Wings Greatest, but this is from Japan also. But this is a different variation of the Japanese one that I showed you earlier. So very nice. I'm glad to get that from Japan. And I can't remember if there's anything in the booklet. We'll take a look here, but it shows a few little things like that. And it's just mostly all just writing and tells you about the songs and all that kind of stuff, and it, you know, gives you the lyrics. I guess that's what I was trying to say. It gives you the lyrics to all the songs, but nothing special, which I kind of was hoping that there would be. It's been a while since I've looked at this one, but there you go. There's the front and the back of that one. All right, and then we had to look at my note there, what album this is. This is actually a very, very rare one. And this one is a 1978 original pressing from South Africa. Very cool. Very rare from South Africa. So I thought I'd show you that one. And there's pretty neat picture. So now you can kind of appreciate the picture itself. Let me zoom in just a little bit. Knowing that that was done in the Swiss Alps. Kind of gives you a new appreciation for that, definitely. Here's the record. And the other side of the record. There's two, you know. And actually, this is quite thick and really kind of neat, because here's the one side here, and here's the other side, which on the other ones I showed you the variations. They had the writing and the listings of the songs down below. If you notice again, as I flip it, it doesn't have that. So yeah, just kind of fun and different, that's for sure. And this is much thicker, which I'm kind of surprised that South Africa would have such a thick poster. But this is the poster, like I showed you, for this album from South Africa. So there you go, McCartney, Paul McCartney and Wings Greatest, as we kind of wind through the collection of Paul McCartney albums. So have you got this on CD or vinyl? You probably might want to blow it off and just kind of enjoy listening to it. Blow the dust and kind of clear it up and listen to this album. It's not bad. Is it Paul's best? Maybe not. Is it Paul's worst? Maybe not. So, but yeah, but I thought I'd show you this. It's kind of fun to show you this Paul McCartney and greatest hits. So I thank you so very much for watching. Thank you for being a part of my channel. Subscribe to my channel if you're not watching my videos. What's your problem? Get notifications of my videos. They're free, you know. Yeah, so as I say on my channel, I'm out of here. Take care, everybody. See you on the next video.